Hello, my nightingale friends. So, I don't know if you can tell, but it looks like this nightingale's sitting on the moon. Interesting. Of course, this is the air element. And here we go. Nightingale, fearless voice, speech, communication, or song. The song of the nightingale is otherworldly. This simple brown bird, almost unnoticeable among the flashy plumage of the other birds, transports its listener to the realm of poetry. Nightingale energy is with us when we write, compose, and especially when we sing. It reminds us that music holds or heals the deepest wounds. This card indicates a need to open the bridge between the heart and the voice. Is there something you need to say? How long has it been since you sang? Turn it up, write it down, and let it out. When in balance, sings and speaks freely with kindness. When out of balance, shy, lump in the throat. To bring it to balance, music. There are many ways to make music, of course. You don't have to be a singer. But let's take a look at your tea leaves. These are here to help you determine whether or not this is your reading, so they should already be familiar to you in some way. We have Cup. You should accept valid criticism. And we also have Sunrise. New creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. Yeah, valid criticism can lead to that. And then we have Dogs, getting together with friends, and the most difficult part of a situation is over. And finally, Crown, honor and respect will come to you, and Elephant, a long journey, either physical or mental, may leave you wiser at the end. Elephants, of course, are known for their memories. And memory is a big contributor to wisdom and just who we are. All right, moving along. This doesn't sound bad at all so far. If you have the ability to accept valid criticism, that is a great sign of maturity and a positive indicator about your ability to grow and evolve. But why are you here? What is on your mind? So we have a lack mentality, something you're feeling a scarcity about. About this. These feelings of lack or scarcity. Well, we have Nine of Wands, which is about feeling wounded, weary, and weary. I know, 3 W's. I couldn't resist the alliteration. So yeah, a sense of feeling beat up by life. Put in a lot of effort, and you may feel like you don't have much to show for it, or you've just been beat up by life. Now, the Two of Pentacles came out in another reading. This one is upright, fortunately. I did today, one of the shorts I did today. So I find it interesting when that happens. This may be, you may have seen that one already, or maybe you should take a look. The Two of Pentacles is about change, the ability to move with change, navigate change, move gracefully with change, flow with change. Interesting. The fact that you have it in the upright suggests that you are able to do that. And the fact that you have the Empress here, upright, in the middle of your reading, suggests that, yeah, you do have the ability to move with change, because the Empress has to navigate or knows how to navigate the structure of reality, which is constantly in change. So, for example, we have the seasons, right? Oh, the deck is closed. All right, that's it for tarot for you. So the seasons of the year, the seasons of your life. The Empress understands that change is inevitable and finds structure in it. Finds structure that enables creativity and I'm having trouble with my words. I sometimes have word retrieval issues, so hang on. I don't know. It's not coming to me. Anyway, the Empress knows how to find structure, provide structure, so that things can keep moving, can keep, she knows how to work with the structure. It is intrinsic to her. So she can be productive, creative, and this card is a little concerning because this is the Three of Pentacles in reverse. This is about collaborating with others. It's in reverse, suggesting maybe an overdependence on others or an inability to work with others, which is not Empress-like at all. So we do have scarcity. We have this sense, a little bit of perhaps self-pity here. The need to work with change. Perhaps an understanding of that. We also have a goat here, so it's looking very Sagittarius. The Empress isn't necessarily someone who works with others all that much. The nature of reality, yes. They move in flow, in rhythm with the natures of reality, with the nature of reality. But perhaps working with others is something that needs some practice. Perhaps there's some trust issues here with this Nine of Wands and this fear, the Five of Pentacles. Well, this is puzzling, but we have a closed deck, so moving on. Maybe it made sense to you. Something short-lived. Perhaps a sense of luck, but again, short-lived. Clovers are a good sense of nectar to make a nice tea. Wow. Perhaps you need to look at your recent experiences, your Nine of Wands experiences, the being wounded and weary and weary, as a tempering process. being shaped on the anvil of life. I'm not saying it's fun, but it can certainly, what's the saying? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So you can come out of your experiences stronger, more flexible, more resilient. Perhaps with an edge. Oh, we have you or the person on your mind. This is man. I don't actually find these cards very informative, the man-woman cards. But maybe it means something to you. A surprise. X factor, something unexpected, dark horse, game changer. Oh wow, that's not the kind of game changer you want. A tornado, storm brewing. So a sudden unexpected end, a total wreck, breakdown. There is a liberation to it, something being over and done. Yes, there's destruction, and you're going to have to absolutely start over. But maybe this time you'll use your inner guidance system and head in the right direction. You can gain clarity from this. And again, we have navigating obstacles, so that's that Two of Pentacles, the navigating change. With grace, ease, flow. Going with the flow. Your inner guidance system can definitely help you with that. That's funny. Popped right out and landed on top of your lighthouse. Apparently you don't have a good view of your inner guidance system. Willful ignorance. Perhaps you're refusing to listen to it, or you have been. You also have bridge, so that's communication. I think you need to establish communication with your inner guidance system. I don't think this is about another person, even though it says collaboration. But let's see. I think you've gotten yourself all tangled up inside your own head. There's this distorted view, muddled thinking, mental fog, forgetfulness, willful ignorance. Oh, that's terrible. Willful ignorance, I think, is the source of all evil. So I really hope you're not doing that. But yes, I get the sense that your mind is all tangled up. Perhaps about something you need to communicate about. We have communication here as well. You have the potential to be the nightingale. To sing your song, be heard, and respected and valued. Even if you don't look like much. Remember, the nightingale is a very, very modest looking bird. But its song is very beautiful. So there is beauty within you that is waiting to be expressed. Right now we have starting points, careful planning, visionary, building, destiny, roadmap, starting point. Thoughts become things. Which is very true. Isn't it amazing? Think about it. Who would have thought of something like the cell phone? If you've grown up with the cell phone, you don't know how crazy it is that people have cell phones. But someone thought of it and made it into reality. So, self-expression, again. Nightingale, self-expression. Dark to light, revolution, courage, fully engaged, forge ahead, liberation, stand up for truth, bold, passion, justice, freedom. I think courage might be an issue here. Yep. 5 of Pentacles. So we have that scarcity mindset, that lack mentality, that fear, the sense that nothing is ever going to work out, nothing will ever work out. But that's simply not true. Things can change. And maybe you actually do want that change, since you did have the 2 of Pentacles. But you had the 3 of Pentacles in reverse, so you need to learn to work with others to create that change. And the way to do that may be through communication. Learning to speak your mind, but also to negotiate. There's a rhythm and balance to communication. You have to be heard, but you also have to be a good listener. You have to be receptive. What was that one you had here? About the tea leaf card, about accepting valid criticism. That's a necessary part of being a good coworker, good collaborator. You have to accept valid criticism and perhaps make valid criticism. Or constructive criticism. And remember, the Nightingale is all about speaking gently, perhaps. Expressing yourself fully, but in a way that isn't harmful to others. So that you can have this revolution. You can move from dark to light. All right, I'm grabbing the Healing Spirits cards for you, because once again, this really seems like a reading for someone who is doing a lot of healing. Maybe you know that. Maybe that's where you are consciously focusing your attention, which is good. Let's see what the Healing Spirits cards have to say. You may feel lost, but you are never alone. And finally, courage arrives when you step over fear. It's funny you got such dark cards. All right, we have numbers 13 and 35. And you are definitely being called to be brave. All right. You are definitely having to face your fears and act in spite of them. I am wishing you all the best. Till next time.